Top 10 manhwa or manhua or manga where MC is reborn as a baby. In this video, I'm going to show you top 10 manhwa where MC is reborn as a baby. Welcome to another manhwa list by We Love Anime. It has been seen that there are only some manhwa or manga titles that focuses on the scenario where their main character or hero dies and is reinvented as a baby with full loss of his or her past memories. So here it comes. From having read thousands of manhwa titles over the years, I propose you the following list of 10 best manhwa where MC is reborn as a baby. Hope you will enjoy them through. If you haven't watched them yet, please give them a try soon you can. Furthermore, please share our video if you think it deserves so for others to enjoy as well. Starting off with our number 10. Reminiscence Adonis. If you are looking for a strong female protagonist, you should read this manga. The story starts out really confusing, but once it gets into it, it gets pretty good. I love seeing strong female leads that can fight. The mystery of her origins was enough to hook me up till now. The art was also really nice, and Lana, FL, especially was gorgeous. Like when a story calls for the lead to be pretty, sometimes the art can be hit or miss on reflecting that. But for this story, you could tell that she was actually beautiful until chapter 53. This series is good. The main character is powerful but makes mistakes and faces limitations, so it is easy to like her. But the main selling point is world building and the great story, which is slowly revealed throughout this series. Small bits and pieces are hinted at from the start and then are piled together, sometimes confirming suspicions, sometimes turning in different directions, and I like that. Overall, it's a really good manhwa to read. Number 9. Damn Reincarnation. Hamel, a warrior who traveled with his colleagues to exterminate the devil. Yet, he died just before the battle with the devil started. He was reborn as a descendant of his fellow warrior, Vermouth, the descendant from the bloodline of the great Vermouth, Hamel. No, he was now Eugene Lionheart. It was already enough for me having the delusion that I was a genius in my past life. But this, it's incomparable. From a dying body to a new body, he has the achievement that he did not have in his previous life, and a reincarnation of an unknown origin, the reality of living together with the demons, facing a new world where everything is questionable. The journey of the unfinished previous life begins with the Eugene's body. Number 8. Existence. Here is another manhwa where MC is reincarnated as a baby. One day, our MC was a herd of ants, on another, it was a large dinosaur. This was the last incarnation of a being that had experienced tens of thousands of lives. Now, he was born as a human with the power of every single life form he had ever been. Why did he have such an ability? Lee Jane finally came to an answer. I exist to eradicate mankind. Overall, it's a really great manhwa for now. Just read it to find out more. Number 7. Absolute Sword Sense. With his Dantian shattering from a key rampage, Su Hun-wee was cast aside by his family. After that, he was kidnapped by the Blood Cult, where he spent his life as a third-rate spy. One day, he is killed after being used to find the legendary secret records of the Sword Says. But instead of really dying, he wakes up 10 years in the past on the day he was kidnapped by the Blood Cult, along with the power to hear the voices of swords. This manhwa is from the author of Nano Machine, so that's also a plus. World building is also looking good for now. This manhwa is a must-try for all Muri manhwa fans. Number 6. Worthless Regression. An ordinary middle schooler, Lee Sung-min, is summoned to this world called Iria. He endures for dozens of years with no talents or powers and makes it through all kinds of hardships to survive, but dies miserably in the end. However, before he dies, he regresses back to the past after obtaining the Stone of the Past Life by chance and gains the opportunity to start his life anew. Yet, he still lives a life without any talents, having nothing. Although he can't approach the geniuses around him due to the wall surrounding them, as well as feeling inferior, he moves forward step by step with firm determination, never giving up. No matter what, I'm going to live a better life than my previous one even if I have to struggle. Moving on to our number 5, youngest Scion of the mages. Main character gets reincarnated inside the novel he made in a hurry. To make things worse, he got reincarnated inside the body of a trash-shite character which will be executed in a few years. Luckily, he got the same cheat ability, Divine Eye, which the main character of the novel has. Now our main character has to make full use of his knowledge about the future and become the best magician so he can avoid his death. At first, this manhwa sounds very cliché, but there is a certain level of depth to its story. The main character has a cheat ability, but he also does some brainstorming to get out of tricky situations. He is calm, collective, and quite badass in some situations. Side characters are also written very well, and they feel like a part of this fantasy world. The world building is also quite immersive, and nothing feels out of place. Art is also well polished and nice on the eyes. It also has some top-tier struggle for the patriarch type drama. Number 4. Standard of Reincarnation. I really am enjoying this so far. It has really interesting characters and which a few have a really good character development. It doesn't have any romance so far, so it is just heavily focused on the world building and the action scenes. The greatest martial family, Scion. Davon, a member of the Scion family, is a one-armed martial soldier without a right arm. Despite his ridicule and contempt he got for only having a left arm, he surpassed the direct line of the Scion family like a genius. However, he got betrayed by his family and parents in the end, thus meeting a poor end. But he was reincarnated. I have a right arm? He had a new family tradition, a naturally gifted body, experience from his past life, and the god Yulian with him as well. After his reincarnation, everything changed. A new adventure started. Good read and waiting for more chapters. Number 3. The Lazy Swordmaster. In his past life, Riley Ifaleta was a hero who defeated the Demon Lord. Though he emerged victorious from his battles, the emotional strains from fighting all the time got the best of him. After experiencing a rebirth in a powerful family who upheld their reputation through swordsmanship and didn't lack the power to support his leisurely life, Riley decided to become House of Ifaleta's lazy swordsman, but the course of the path he walked was never easy. He will need to make a choice to bare his fangs or continue his naps. The main character gets isekai into another fantasy world after he kills the demon king of his world. He has super overpowered sword skills, but he hides it from everyone and tries to live a normal life. Number 2. Legendary youngest son of the Marquis house. After getting revenge on the Tulkan Empire, Jack Valantier took his last breath. But just when he thinks it's all over, he finds himself transported back to when he was 14. From his negligent and wicked family to his loyal servant and caring sister, it's all just as he had remembered. But this time, Jack is armed to the teeth with decades of experience from his previous life. He's ready to give them hell, and those who have wronged him will pay dearly. Because this time, he's invincible. It's a decent read till now. MC is ruthless, savage, evil, badass from the beginning and started paying back his own family for what they did to him in his past life. So hype is real. Art is decent, it's worth giving a try. And finally number 1, Swordmaster's youngest son. Jin Roncandle was destined to become the head of his Swordmaster clan, but despite of his best efforts, he is banished for his shoddy swordsmanship. Though Jin eventually makes a contract with the god Solderate and is freed from the curse that hindered his abilities, he meets a rather unfortunate end. In the next moment, however, he awakens as a baby, long before his tragedy begins. Armed with a second chance and some new powers, Jin swears to fulfill his destiny and become the ultimate Swordmaster. So ladies and gentlemen, we conclude our today's list with that. But before we leave, make sure you leave with a thumbs up to the video. We really work hard for bringing content for you guys. Therefore, a like to the video will be really motivating. If you have any sorts of queries or suggestions, the comment section is always open too. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to us so you won't be missing out on any of our updates as we are sure to bring you more quality content in the future times. Till another one, see ya and goodbye.